my name's not really important. I mean, some people call me the seeker, you know, when they're looking for stuff, looking to find stuff out, they come and find me, you know what I mean? So, I guess you can call me that. I mean, I've been called a lot of different things in my life, so, you know, fraud, everything else. A lot of people think you need, you know, a crystal ball or something. Not really. I mean, I used to tell the future, see the future, all that, in a nudie magazine. You might be seeing their future husband and some of the woman's vagina, not like inside it, but like in the picture, that's what it's showing. They feel uncomfortable, and I get it. I mean, it's a weird thing, I'm sure, but yeah. Now, normally what I use is this, because not only is it a good book, fun enough to look through, but it's a great weapon if needed. Can knock a sucker out. Yeah, people can say that the powers are fake, that people don't talk to dead people and all that. You know, they can say whatever the hell they want. If they don't have the powers, they don't know. They haven't done anything. But they done, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure I could even talk to their family. The family would say that they're a prick. It's kind of a connection and you're born with it or not. You know what I'm saying? It's an odd thing. Some people like to think, well, anyone can be a psychic, this, that, or the other thing. That's not the way it is. You know, I wish that was the way it worked because then I could choose not to be one, but I can't choose that because, you know, yeah, I can talk to dead people. Yeah, they can talk to me. Yeah, I can see the future. You know, sure, I can tell what's going to happen. I can tell what's going to happen to you personally. And a lot of times when I tell people that, they see it as a threat, which they probably should because, well, they can pay me what it's worth, or they can find out what the future's going to be, and that's usually the end of a crowbar. So, yeah, the craziest thing that I've ever had to tell somebody, and thinking about it, I should have asked before the fact, but I was drinking and everything else, and I bragged about it to, well, one night stand to, you know, the grapevine basically, the daddies, and they let me know she was my half sister. Now, I had no idea. None. Now, I had to tell her, of course. But the hardest thing was, and she's told me this since, I didn't have to laugh while doing it. I found out early, man, real early, that I had something going on. And really, it's not like, oh, I was playing with other dead kids and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It was more a lot of old folks yelling at me all the time, and I was crying all the time. And yeah, it was just torture. I didn't mean for it to be torture. They didn't mean for it to be torture. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't find out. A lot of them were just good people, but they were looking out for me, and they all thought they had the right. It was just a big mess. You know what I mean? So as soon as I could understand what words were, because before it was just a bunch of noise all the time, and now when I go back to that area, a lot of them shut up, which is nice. You know, can actually hear what's being said for once, because growing up that really wasn't it. Well, I'm not sure what my family thinks of me being psychic. We don't really talk about it. I mean, some of them have it too. They don't really talk about it because, you know, they come from more of an old school thing where not only was it freakish, but it's not something that you really put out there at all. They're more private people anyway, for the most part, which I understand. Actually, I think they like what I'm doing right now because I'm out of their hair, I'm out on the road all the time. We see each other a lot less. There are ways that you can make it lucrative for yourself, and a lot of people just don't choose to go those paths. Some people look down on them. I don't personally look down on them because we all do what we gotta do to make a living. You know, they're trying to make their life better, so they better make yours too. You know, I'm not cursing people or anything else. Curses, that's all lie. Yeah, I have used my connections and everything, and you know, my talents, whatever you want to call them, to see into the future about lawsuits and stuff like that. So I gotta know if that kid's mine. I'm not gonna pay. You know what I'm saying? So there's been a few times where I've had to, but a lot less than what the court would have made me. I mean, you know, I can have times, dates, whatever the hell I want. Who wouldn't use it? It's not, you know, cheating. It's an advantage. Everyone uses an advantage. Fuck you if you don't use an advantage, and fuck you if you don't like me for using one. So, Little Ghost Whisperer, yeah, I know they were doing shows like that for a minute. It's not real at all. How much of a busybody that she became? Who likes that, alright? First of all, a lot of ghosts and stuff don't want help. They just want to have a good time. Guess what? They can't get sick, they can't die. They're having a great time. Some of them are still mad and bitter and they're jerks and, you know, the rest of them talk about it. It just is what it is. The only people to really give me a hard time ever, I guess, would have to be the civilians. You know, the people that come in, get readings and all that shit because they don't like what I have to say. And all I can say to that is fuck them because I'm telling them the truth. If they don't want to know what's going to happen, they shouldn't ask me, they shouldn't pay me. I mean, maybe I shouldn't be saying shit like, it doesn't matter what your future has. Your face already tells the future for everybody. We know what's happening. We know where you're headed. Actually, I have done TV, but if you mean a TV show, yeah, there was talk of it. They wanted me to be like Dog the Bounty Hunter because he was big at the time. All I can say is fuck that guy, you know what I mean? But, yeah, there was talk of it because we're both trashy. I mean, he does meth, I don't. He likes people and loves Jesus. I know the truth about Jesus. I've talked to people that knew Jesus. You know, I'm not going to tell you everything. I'm going to write it in a book and make you pay because apparently that's the only way that you fuckers ever believe it to be true. You know, even with the Bigfoot sightings. Bigfoot does exist. You know, there are a few out there. They're just shaved. Some of them are on the news. Some of them are actors. Some of them are on sports. You know what I'm saying? And it's not going to be who you think it is. Honestly, it sucked being on Oprah because once you get on Oprah, you pretty much know what the deal is at that time period. In that time period, she was making Dr. Phil, which isn't a doctor, and then Dr. Oz, which isn't a doctor. So, two people that aren't goddamn doctors. Oh, you talked to him. Alright, alright.
I'm here today with a special message from a place none of us can comprehend in this human realm of ours.
Did he just, start preaching at you?
Brothers and sisters, I hope you'll join me. I do. I hope you will join me. Become a saint. Get a seat at this table, and let's do some good together.
Yeah, of course he did. Alright, so, me and him did start a religion, and, you know, I'm figuring I may as well start one. Everyone else has been starting them, you know, Scientology and everything else. So, because I actually have connection to, you know, ghosts, everything else, I mean, it's a pay to play thing. We don't ask for donations, but we demand that you pay for our services. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm putting my neck on the line with people and everything else. It's not like I'm ever going to get away from them either. These are the people that are going to be around forever. Me and them together. So you're asking me to take on a lot, and I'm not saying that I'm the God in it. I'm not the God in it. I'm just, you know, the, what's the best way to put it? Kind of mouthpiece.
Foundational light, eternal enlightenment, and celestial empowerment. I'm with the foundational light, eternal enlightenment, and celestial empowerment. Fleece for short. Fleece for short. And if you want your name written in that tablet, $1,500 one-time donation will get it done. Your name in that tablet means that you have reached a level of sainthood and you can take a seat at the table with me, the prophet of Fleece.
The father over there, he's doing good things, and he's doing exactly what we talked about. So, you know, there's always a way to do things, and honestly, we already have some members of the church, and it's going a lot better than what you might think it would. So, yeah, I'm not going to stop doing what I'm doing.
Brother Elijah, Ezekiel, David, Solomon, Daniel. I'm going to tell you something. There was a time I was lost. And I'm sure for many of you, there was a time you were also lost. You probably still are. As a matter of fact, I know you are. We've all been lost. We are all lost. Perhaps y'all have heard of the word currency. What is currency? Currency, my friends. Cash money. Have you ever sinned? Have you lusted after your neighbor's Wi-Fi? Tell me, have you ever left an empty cart in the middle of a parking lot that could have become the problem of someone else? Don't worry, my brethren. There is an answer. You, that's you, me, anyone willing can pay for your sins. And I'm talking literally paying for your sins. Cash flow money, currency is energy.